You've read the title, you know what the video's about. Except no, it's clickbait again. It is clickbait because that it would be actually insane if I didn't sleep for 7 days straight. I would actually be going insane. But I mean, I basically did. So I don't know. I basically just got really bad sleep, and I did not sleep a lot every night. And this is that story. So, around 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, my dad came back to the States because he doesn't live in the States with me. And so he took my grandma and I to go on a vacation. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I really did not want to go, but my dad made me, so I had to go. But anyways, I think it was after like a school day that we were packing up and getting ready to leave. No, actually, I think we packed up the day before for this vacation trip. We packed up the day before, and this is where it starts, right? Because this was 2 years ago. My sleep schedule was not good 2 years ago. I would be sleeping at like 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., all the good stuff. And basically it was like, I think it was Thursday night, and I think I slept over, not, well, I don't remember the exact time. It was probably around 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. on a school night. And so it was already not going to be okay because I had to wake up at 6 to go to school to catch the bus. And basically I was already like, well, I was used to it, so it wasn't that bad. Like still only getting like 5 to 6 hours of sleep. It's not very good. And so I went to school, I did all the random school stuff, the math, the English, the science. I don't know why I'm listing off the subjects. And after the school day was over, well, we were packing up. I think we were gonna drive to the airport, which was like 2 hours away. So, like, we got all of our packed stuff, like my dad, my grandma and we got our packed stuff, and we got to the airport. And the airport's there's something all right, but it would take too long to explain them in detail here. But anyways, we went to the airport, we got on the plane. It wasn't that long of a ride, I think, like definitely not long enough to go to sleep. So we arrived at Florida, and it was like midday, right? And my dad hadn't gotten a hotel yet. I think we took the bus from the airport and we went to like this beach area. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's Florida. There's beaches. So we went to like one of these really cheap hotels at the beach because I'm gonna be honest, everything there was really expensive. We went to this hotel, but the problem was like it was still like $200 for one night, but there was only one bed for the three of us, and it wasn't even clean. The hotel wasn't clean, or was it? It was like a motel actually, but still, it was not clean. Like you could see the dirt and grime on the floors and sheets. And so this is what I did, right? I'm gonna be honest, I just slept on the floor because there's only one bed, right? There's nothing I could do. We were getting scammed. I'm pretty sure we were getting scammed. But yeah, it was, sleeping on a dirty floor. Like I don't know. I think I just took one of the random sheets put on the floor. It was like one of the thin ones though, so you could feel the floor, like the hard floor. It was not very comfortable. I did not sleep well. I probably only got like an hour of sleep or two. Like unironically, that's probably the most I've gotten in that night. So after that, we checked out, and then we walked around for a while, I think. Wait, no, oh, I remember what we did. My grandma wanted to go take some scenic pictures or something at the beach or whatever. I don't even know, man. My dad forced me to go walk with her so she doesn't get lost. So we walked all the way over. We took some, I think she wanted to get a sign that said like freaking Miami or something like I don't know. I don't know what my grandma wanted. But I was forced to go navigate the area for her. And so we walked for like 20 minutes. I think we got there. We took some random picture. I don't even know, man. And then we were walking back. Fortunately, there was a bus on the way back, so we just took that, and I didn't have to be in pain. And that was like day one. That was not day one. I still haven't even gotten to the important part. So my dad booked a cruise. That was basically the goal of the vacation, is to go to Florida, go to a cruise ship, do the cruise stuff, yeah, what do you do on a cruise? Like it's just a big boat. I guess it's cool, kind of, not really. We got all our stuff from the motel, and we walked quite a bit. I think we walked like an hour to get to like the cruise port. Like they had security at the cruise. I think it was like the same as airport security for some reason. So I I don't know. It was very interesting. It's probably cause I genuinely just don't know. But anyways, I don't know if there's any problems while we're getting on the cruise. Oh, I remember something. We took photos. My grandma loves taking photos. Like, is obsessed, which I don't know. She takes a photo like every 2 seconds, I swear. And it gets annoying at some point when you have to like go sit in front of a photo every 5 minutes. And so after we like checked in to like after we got through security at the cruise ship area, the cruise ship check-in, I don't even know what it's called. There was like this photo area, so we took some photos while we were there, which I guess they were pretty cool. And then we could finally get on the cruise ship. We could finally relax. No, I was wrong. We went to go get food actually on the cruise ship. Cause like whenever you pay to get on a cruise. Typically, well, I don't know if this is just for our cruise that we booked specifically, but for one person, it was basically all expenses paid for the food and cleaning and sleeping and stuff. It was like a 5-day cruise. And I mean, also, yeah, I was missing school for this. That's why I didn't want to go. I didn't want to miss school, not because I like school, but because I know I was gonna have a bunch of work that I would have to make up when we come back, and I just did not want to do that. But we're getting so sidetracked. But yeah, we went to the diner area. It was like there's like this buffet area where there's a bunch of different types of foods. So we went to grab some food. But it was like this was the first day. This was like the boarding time. And so everyone else on the same cruise ship was also getting food. So there was basically nowhere to sit. Like we got our food and there was nowhere to sit. We found this random table with like another set of people that were going there. Just like these two girls that were also there. And I don't know, my dad and grandma were just chatting with them because another thing on cruise ships is the Wi-Fi isn't free. It was like $50 a day or something. It was not worth it. So we also just had no Wi-Fi when we were on the cruise ship. My dad had like a thing with his phone though. He was like a plan because his phone had like it had a hotspot that I was able to connect to. I'm pretty sure that we were able to connect to. And so basically we were chatting with these people. They were nice or something. I don't know. We were just eating food. We literally never talked to these people ever again after the first day while we were on the cruise ship. But yeah, he offered to give them the Wi-Fi. I think they just thought my dad was weird because like why is he doing this weird Wi-Fi thing? Which yeah, I guess. But yeah, we finished our food and we went to our little room on the cruise ship afterwards because it was too much socialization for one day, of course, obviously. And I could finally relax on like day one of the vacation. I can relax in peace. And we actually got really lucky because I think they booked out on all of the cheaper rooms. I think my dad got like one of the small rooms in the middle, but we lucked out and I think they overbooked because we got assigned one of the better rooms that had like a viewing area and like it was one of the side rooms with you could oversee into the sea. There's a balcony. It was actually pretty cool. But anyways, I think we just chilled there for the because that was the entire day basically. Yeah, I think we went to sleep. Oh wait, there's actually the dinner places you can go to as well, which is like included. So like every night we would go to this dinner place on the cruise ship, and there's like a theme of food, like Italian food or like French food, you know. So we went there. That's all I'm gonna talk about that because the cruise ship itself was really not that interesting. I think there was like we woke up the next day and my dad wanted to go to the water slide area, so we went there. I didn't go because I don't like water parks. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like getting wet. It's not very comfortable, and that's why I just never do it. But yeah, anyways, he did that for a bit. I think we also just walked around. Oh, my dad and I we actually played ping pong or table tennis or whatever it is for a while, and that was pretty cool because I like ping pong, but like just not really any place to play it where I live, and also I'm not gonna go out of my way to play it. I don't think the second day was very eventful. I think that's pretty much it. We lived throughout the day. We just went around the cruise ship. We looked at stuff around, and yeah. Actually, no, I remember something. I got sick during this day. Yep, this is unfortunate. I got sick during the vacation. This was the vacation I talked about in the other video. If you haven't watched it, I don't know. It's your choice if you want to watch it or not. But I got sick, and I started coughing because when I get sick, I cough a bunch, and it was very uncomfortable. So yeah, that was day 2. The cruise ship was actually going towards, I think we were going to Mexico, and I think we arrived like somewhere in the middle. I don't know if it was day 3 or not. I don't think so. There's probably nothing important there. Wait, this, we're talking about the sleep, right? This was actually where it was not good. Another thing about me having terrible sleep on this vacation. So the thing is, my dad is the loudest snorer ever. It was on the cruise ship, it was impossible to sleep literally every single day because he would just be snoring so loud, and he always slept before me, so I couldn't do anything about it. And it was just not, I just couldn't sleep ever because he was the loudest snorer ever. I think combined for the first few days, for the first half of the cruise ship, on I think on day 3, I probably had a solid 10 hours of sleep, like total of out throughout the whole vacation. Like, I just could not sleep with him snoring. It's actually so loud. And the cruise ship room, it's like one room, right? So it's not like I can just go to another room to not hear it. And even if I did, like, I went inside the bathroom and I could still hear him snoring throughout the bathroom door. And it's just, it was literally, I was seriously thinking of sleeping in the bathroom because of how loud this guy is. And I had to suffer through that throughout every single day. It was impossible to sleep, man. But anyways, yeah, I think we went over to Mexico. It was like an island somewhere. We looked around. We really didn't do anything. I remember my dad got really mad at my grandma because my grandma was wondering where he was, but he actually just stayed back because he wanted to use the Wi-Fi at the place because of course there's no Wi-Fi on the cruise ship. So my dad got really mad at my grandma. They kept arguing throughout the whole thing. But yeah, eventually we had to reboard. I think I got a really sick photo of the cruise ship, which I'm not going to show because it takes too much effort to edit that in. I think we were gonna go see stuff, but like honestly, we just walked around the mall there, and that was pretty much it. I think there was some guy trying to scam us as well. We didn't get any food because there's food on the cruise ship. Yeah, nothing really interesting happened in Mexico. We really just honestly we just went there and didn't do anything. Yeah, we got back on the cruise ship. I don't remember what other interesting things. I think I got lost once on the ship. Yeah, so like after the next day, I think the next day, I was still sick at this point. Actually, I had a stuffy nose. My nose was really, really stuffy during this time. This was the time where I was using so many tissues, the skin on my nose was flaking. We went to a comedy show because they have like events on the cruise, like a bunch of different events. So we went to this one comedy show. I don't remember the guy's name, and I really don't care. I'm gonna be honest. Comedy shows are not for me. It was so boring. But I think that concludes, and I'm still getting bad sleep at this point. And I was getting worse sleep now because I was also sick. So I should have been getting better sleep, but no, I was getting worse sleep. And finally, on the last day of the ship, it was the day we arrived back into Florida. I think in the morning, my dad and my grandma didn't want to go. We went to an event on the cruise ship. It was just like this small trivia show, and it was honestly also really boring because I didn't know anything. It was like random knowledge about TV shows and songs, and I don't consume any media like at all except for YouTube, which is kind of cooked for me. That's kind of my bad, guys. I should just but yeah, that was the last day, and we didn't even sleep on the cruise ship that day, I'm pretty sure, because we were leaving, and we were still there for 2 more days. So I think after the cruise ship landed, we walked around. I think we walked to a rental car place, but the problem was they ran out of rental cars, so we had to just sit there. Keep in mind, this is still about the sleep. I'm sleep deprived at this point, and I can't sleep during the day because then it's like I'm really groggy. Because when you sleep during the, like, if you take like a nap, if it's just for me, my naps always suck. They suck. Like whenever I wake up, I feel so terrible. So I just stayed awake. We walked around. I was also really hungry because we didn't have food. We ate breakfast and that was it. And we got off the ship, and I was really hungry. We went to the one rental car place, like a food truck drove over. I really wanted to get some food. We didn't because my dad wasn't there. He was walking to another rental place area, which I'm pretty sure also tried to scam him. That's what he told me. Like, why is everyone trying to scam us on this trip? Like, Why are we being scammed so much? But we finally got the car. It was like some weird insurance scam or like security deposit or something. I don't even know. But we got the car. We got food finally, and we're still here in this at Florida for 2 more days before we could get the flight back. And let me tell you, these 2 days were not great for my sleep deprived soul. When we got the car, I think my dad was looking around for attractions we can go to. We went to this glass boat thing where it was a boat of glass. If you couldn't tell, when it wasn't completely glass. The bottom was made of glass, and you were supposed to be able to see like the fish and everything. It was honest. It was better than it was okay. It was okay. The glass was really scratched, so you couldn't really see anything. But it wasn't that bad. We also went on like this crocodile thing. Or no, not crocodiles, alligators, sorry. We saw some alligators. It was like this, we were on like a bus with a lot of people, and we were looking at alligators. And I think that was literally it. That was the day. I don't even remember. This is like my memory is fogging now. We went to an area. Okay, we went to another hotel, I think. It was this one. This one was better because there was 2 beds. Isn't that crazy? And I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep. My dad slept like immediately when we got there, and I just couldn't sleep. I just stayed on my phone the entire night. I was playing some video games or something. I don't even know. But yeah, I could not sleep. I could not sleep. I tried sleeping. I got like 2 hours of sleep. I woke up at like 12 a.m. and I just stayed awake the whole time. And the next day, it was the final day we were there. Like, thank goodness. Because I really wanted to go home at this point. And I was still sick. It was not going well. It was just overall, it was just not going well. But this last day, we went on another boat, but instead of it having a glass bottom, it was like really loud. It was one of those propeller boats. We went into the marsh of Florida, the Florida Everglades or whatever. I don't know. We saw alligators. Why do I keep getting this mixed up? We saw alligators. Isn't that insane? We saw alligators. He was like, the guy that was manning the boat was like shouting to. We had these ear mufflers because it was a really loud boat. I can't lie. The alligators are cool, I guess. Wait, this reminds me. We saw flamingos in Mexico. I don't know why I didn't bring that up, but that was pretty cool, man. But yeah, anyways, we saw the alligators. This is the last day. I think we just went to McDonald's on this last day. I think we were all getting tired. It was getting late at night, so my dad drove me and my grandma to the airport. We found this random area, wait, no, we didn't do that yet. We ate. I remember we ate. We went to the dollar store, and I got like one of those giant, like a 2 liter. No, it was probably only 1 liter, but it was a 1 liter of Coke, and everything was $1, and it was the biggest thing. So I'm like, this is a steal of a deal. It was not a good idea. I'll tell you later why it was not a good idea. But anyways, we got the stuff. We also got like some muffins. They were really sweet muffins. But yeah, it was like at 11 when my dad dropped us off at the airport. And the thing is, our flight was at like 6 a.m. So we just had to sit there. Because I think what my dad was doing, he was gonna go back, return the rental car, come back over here. So basically, I could have tried sleeping at the airport, but they had like the lights on and everything, and there's people walking by. It was weird. It was weird. So yeah, once again, I couldn't sleep. I just played video games on my phone again, and I read like a Spanish book that my dad got from my Spanish teacher because I don't know, he really wants me to at I don't know. I read like half of it. It was really really boring, just like everything else about the trip. But yeah, that's the thing. I still got no sleep. I got no sleep that entire night. I pulled an all-nighter basically because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep at the airport. My dad finally got here, and he fell asleep fine. He's really not sleeping. I wish I could do that. He just like slept in a corner somewhere. And I don't know, I was continuing being on my phone. I remember I had to go find an outlet to charge my phone. So I walked all the way around to the bathroom on the other side of the airport because it was the only outlet I could find. I don't know where they're putting these outlets. So I just sat there for like a solid hour by myself while there's people walking in and out of the bathroom. I was sitting on the floor. I remember that I was sitting on the floor just watching my YouTube videos. It was actually it was so sad. But of course, did not sleep. You know the drill by now. And so through this the whole night. Our plane finally was ready to pick us up and bring us home. And I was like, all right, I can finally sleep. I could try sleeping on the plane. No, I could not sleep on the plane. It was delayed 40 minutes and I just couldn't sleep. And then when it finally launched off, I only slept for like 20 minutes and then I had to wake up and we were driving home. We actually went to this really good pho spot while we were driving home. But this was the last day and we drove home and I don't know. I slept at a normal time. I slept at 10 p.m. and that's the end of the story. I was very much sleep deprived by the end of it all. But yeah, that's it, guys. I can't do the snow parkour either. I'm just such a professional at everything. But that's the end of the video. I'm really tired right now too, actually. Maybe I should sleep. Where is it not powdered snow, by the way? Like how where am I supposed to go? I don't know where I'm supposed to go here. Whatever, I give up. These parkours were honestly kind of bad. But yeah, that's the story of me being sleep deprived. All right, have a good day and sleep well tonight. All right? You guys better be sleeping right now. Yeah. Yeah, you. Sleep.